how to deal with the lower tolerance that people have for poor customer service. I mean, it is a real thing. A lot of call centers and contact centers tried to ignore it for a while. That's a bit dangerous because I can't remember who said it now, but somebody said that was asked how did they go bankrupt, and he said first very slowly and then very fast. And the same things happens in your contact center. So for years you can get away with being okay, having a 70% of calls answered within 60 seconds or something. And it's okay. And you accept it. And then that becomes the norm inside the organization. And then there's not much tolerance. When you get complaints, you go, well, that's just what we have. We just have too much volume of calls. We have too many volume of emails or whatever it is. We just can't do it. So I think we have to, if you have the will to change it, I mean, let's ignore the people who don't have the will to change it because they're lost. But if you have the will to do something about it, then you have to become intolerant of it. Otherwise, somebody else is going to be taking your customers, basically. That's just the way it is, right? If you deal with Amazon now and you've got a major problem, you will know this, that they will offer you a call and you'll get the call back in 10 seconds and they'll never fail to give it to you. Why? Because when they predict they're going to give you a call back, they keep the promise. They have the systems to do it. And people come to us all the time and they say, hey, we want to do what Amazon does, which is something that we help people with. And that's the first step, right? Is they say, we are not happy with the way things are now. We are not going to tolerate that. We want to offer this within our customer service. And when you look at doing that, it's not easy. Right? It's not actually easy to do, and that's why Amazon puts so much resource into it. They're not the only ones, so do Zalando and Zappos and so on as well. And I think that's the first step, is really to go, we will not accept this the way it is. And I think also what's necessary is to realize that these folks do not go about solving their customer service problem by looking at what they have and doing some small optimization. That's just not going to cut it when the entire ground has shifted under our feet, and the entire technology that we're using for contact centers has completely changed, including for calls and for all other channels. So just making some small tweaks around the edges or a little optimization, that won't do it. It won't do it for consumers, and it won't match you up against your competitors. You've got to really make a shift and think, what would happen if? A lot of what if questions is what I would ask. And why not draw on the whiteboard what really should happen? What would move you to be like the Amazon callback prediction service? What would happen if you could answer 95% of your queries in app or in chat or in email instantly? Not with a one-day answer SLA, but immediately. Those things are possible now, so ask the what if questions. So when you've done that, you start asking the right questions. I think the next step, I would suggest at least, is to look at the no-code space. Now, we're not the only no-code player. There's a lot of companies doing no-code solutions. And the reason why it's important is that if you go down the road of trying to do development projects when that doesn't fit your organization, when you haven't got a huge team of people to do that, you're going to get stuck. You're going to hit barriers within that, because why would you invest what will be, in the end of the day, hundreds of thousands or millions of euros or dollars in development when that's not your core capability, and somebody else has got 10 million or 100 million venture capital money to do the same? They're going to do it better. So I would say, regardless of what it is, whether it's web application, data-driven web application, whether it's for email, whether it's for like what we do in terms of channel and integration and automation, I think that is a really important thing to do, is to look at the no-code space and see if what you've drawn on the whiteboard can be turned into reality in weeks, instead of months or years.